Hello again, friends. So, for this first focus notes slash discussion guides, again, same thing, I'm going to walk you through how to do this one. Okay, so we're going to walk through, we're going to look at the questions. I'm not necessarily going to answer the questions for you because that would take a very long time, but I do want to go through and just kind of show you what to look for, what we're doing, and just to kind of help you out a little bit. Okay. So, for something like this, for political cartoon, a lot of it is going to be very much based on your own previous knowledge as well as what you just physically see in the cartoon. Okay. So, for the first question, the first three questions are all the same question basically. Just how does it depict each of these individual people, individual countries? So each of them have written on them. There's Germany grab bag, there's the British grab bag, and then there's the Russian grab bag. I know that one's kind of hard to read. But you can see where they're all taking things from, right? Russia's over here in kind of the Middle East and Asia. Germany's down here in Africa. And the British are just kind of standing here looking over everything. So that's how you can answer these first questions. Just quite literally, what do you see? How is Germany being depicted? Well, they're in a military uniform. They don't have a very full bag yet, and they are grabbing at the African continent, especially Zanzibar, right? Easy, easy question to answer. Can do the same thing for question 2 and 3, right? Then maybe you have to think a little bit more about kind of a personal connection. So this one says, who is missing? And there's a hint here. How would you feel if your country was being colonized without you being there? And then why do you think that country is missing, right? So you could say the United States is missing. Why do you think the United States is missing from this political cartoon, right? Again, this next question, what weapons does each individual have, is pretty, this kind of have to look at it and see what you can find. And then this is a question here that you might have to go out on a little bit of a limb, okay? So we already talked a little bit, sorry, skip question 6. What part of the world is each individual concentrating on? Again, just look at the cartoon, kind of see what it looks like. And then number 7, how does the author use words, actions, and imagery to portray the message of the political cartoon? All right. And I'll give you a little bit of a hint with this one. So one way they might use actions and imagery to portray the message is that Britain here is just kind of watching everything, right? They're not grabbing at anything, but you'll also notice that their grab bag is already pretty dang full. So they already have their own empire. They already have taken pieces of the world, essentially. Now they're just watching other countries do it. So what does that mean? How is that imagery important? And that leads into what is the message of the cartoon. Does the author think that these 3 countries are doing a good thing by trying to gobble up and colonize all of these other African and Asian countries? Does he think it's a bad thing? Does what is the message? What is this cartoon trying to tell you about this time period? Okay. And again, like I said in the focus notes video assignments, these ones are going to be very personal. For if there's any words that you didn't understand, fill in here, and try to find the cartoon or the question that most relates to you personally and tell me why, right? How and why does that relate to you personally? And then finally, the actual discussion post questions. So 2 to 3 sentence, tell me how the author uses words, action, or imagery to portray the message of the cartoon, and what is the message of the cartoon? Hey, weird. You already answered that question in 7 and 8. So if you used full sentences in 7 and 8, congratulations. You did it. You did step 5 or step 4. Well done. And then step 5. In 2 to 3 sentences, tell me what special interests would agree/disagree with this cartoon's message. Also, how would you feel if you lived in countries that are being moved around without being informed? So, if you were Zanzibar here, that Germany is just kind of taking over, how do you think you would feel? Again, really kind of personalized. I want you to think and try to put yourself in the shoes of these people. So, that is it for the first discussion guide in lesson 3. And as always, if you have any question, need any help, let me know. Have fun, friends. Thank you.